Yes, good afternoon, students. Today we are going to see the measure range and its coefficient. Range and its coefficient. First, we will see formula how to calculate range. Range is calculated by using L minus S, where L represents largest value, S represents smallest value. Next, coefficient of range. Coefficient of range is calculated by using this formula L minus S divided by L plus S, where L is the largest value and S is the smallest value. Now we will see one numerical example for range and its coefficient. Find range and its coefficient for the following data. See, this is the data. The data are separated by commas. We know the given problem comes under raw data. Yes. Solution. First write the given data as it is, which is given in that problem. Then we have to find the largest value and smallest value of the given data. Yes. Here the largest value is 52 and smallest value is 23. Okay. Then straight away we just apply these two values in that respective formula to get range and its coefficient. So range is equal to L minus S. So 52 minus 23 is equal to 29. Therefore range is equal to 29. Then coefficient of range. Coefficient of range is equal to L minus S divided by L plus S. Now replace the value of L with 52, S with 23, and simplify. You can get the coefficient of range. Coefficient of range is always in terms of decimal. Okay. Yes. Next, we are going to see the next measure, standard deviation. First we will see the formula for raw data, discrete data and continuous data one by one. Yes, first raw data. For raw data, this is the formula to calculate standard deviation. Sigma is equal to square root of summation x minus a whole square divided by n, where a represents assumed mean, n represents number of observation. Yes, now we move on to discrete data. For discrete data, standard deviation is calculated by using this formula, square root of summation f into x minus a whole square divided by sum f, where a is equal to assumed mean and sum f is nothing but sum of the given frequency. For continuous case, sigma is equal to square root of summation f into m minus a whole square divided by sum f. Here m represents midpoint of the given class interval and sum f is nothing but sum of the frequency. Summation f is nothing but sum of the frequency. Yes, now we will see one numeric example for each case. Yes, calculate standard deviation for the following data. Okay. Yes. Here the data are separated by commas. So we conclude the given problem comes under raw data. Solution. First write the given problem as it is. Then write the respective formula for calculating standard deviation for raw data. We know that sigma is equal to summation x minus a whole square divided by n, where a represents assumed mean and n represents number of observation given in the problem. Yes. So according to that formula, we framed the tabular column x minus a whole square. X is nothing but the data which is given in that problem. Yes. Then x minus a. How to calculate a? Now, a is an assumed mean which is taken from that given x value. We can take any value of x as an a. Better we can go with the middle one. Okay, well, here totally the number of observation given in that problem is 9. So the middle value is what? 3. So I am taking a as an 3. Yes. Now subtract a with each and every values of x. So 1 minus 3 is equal to minus 2. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. 4 minus 1 is equal 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. Likewise, we have to calculate the rest. Then we have to calculate x minus a whole square. That is obtained by squaring x minus a. When you square, minus will becomes plus. So minus 2 square is what? 4. Then 2 square is what? 4. 1 is equal to 1. Then minus 1 is equal to 1. Likewise, you have to calculate and sum it, because we need the value of sum x minus a whole square. So when you calculate all such things, if you add up all such things, sum x minus a whole square is equal to 68. Now substitute these values in the respective formula. Therefore, sigma is equal to square root of 68 divided by 9. Yes. Then simplify, you are getting it as 7.56. If you take square root for that, that is the standard deviation for the given problem. Next, we will see one problem in discrete case. Yes. Calculate standard deviation for the following data. Instead of standard deviation, it is given as sigma, which is nothing but symbol for standard deviation. The values of x and f are given here. Solution. First write the given problem as it is. Then we will write the formula for calculating standard deviation for discrete data. How to identify whether the problem comes under discrete case means for each and every values of x we are having respective frequency. That is, for 10 we are having 8 as a frequency, for 20 we are having 12, for 30 we are having 20. Likewise, for each and every values of x we are having respective frequency, then we can conclude the given problem comes under discrete case. So this is the formula to calculate standard deviation for discrete case. Square root of summation f into x minus a whole square divided by sum of, where a is nothing but assumed mean, sum of is add up all the frequencies. Yes, now according to this formula, we just frame the tabular column. X, f, x minus a whole square we need, then f into x minus a whole square. So that I introduced this column. Then write the values of x and f which is given in the problem. So a is what? Assumed mean, that will be taken from the given values of x. Better we have to choose the middle value of x as an a. Here how many values of x are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are having two middle values. If the number of observation is odd, means we can have only one middle value. When it is for even case, we are having more than one, that is 2. If the case arises like that, either you can go with the first middle value as an a, or second one as an a. Here I am going with the first middle value 30 as an a. Okay. Yes. Now subtract 30 with each and every values of x to get x minus a. That is 10 minus 30 is equal to minus 20. Then 20 minus 30 is equal to minus 10. Likewise, we have to calculate the remainings. Then x minus a whole square is obtained by square the values of x minus a. That means minus 20 square is equal to 400. Minus 10 square is equal to 100. Likewise, calculate the remaining. Then f into x minus a whole square. This is obtained by multiplying the given frequency and x minus a whole square. That is 8 into 400. We are getting it as 3200. Then 12 into 100 is equal to 1200. Likewise, we have to calculate all such things. Then we have to find the value of sum of x minus a whole square and sum f. Yes, now calculate these two columns. Now we obtained sum of as 60 and sum of f into x minus a whole square as 10,900. Now substitute these two values in that formula and simplify. You can get standard deviation as what? 13.48. Okay. Next, one problem in continuous case. This is the problem. So for continuous case means the class intervals are there. So 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35. Likewise, if the problems comes like that, this is called as continuous case. For each and every class interval, we are having respective frequencies. Okay. Yes. Solution. First write the given problem as it is. Then write the respective formula. Sigma is equal to square root of sum f into m minus a whole square divided by sum f, and m represents midpoint of the given class interval and a represents assumed mean. Okay, so according to this formula we are going to frame the tabular column. Class interval, frequency, m represents mid value of the frequency, class interval, then m minus a, then we have to square those two things, and then f into m minus a. Yes, now we successfully write the values of class interval and frequency. M is obtained by adding these two values. 20 plus 25 is what? 45. 45 divided by 2 is equal to what? 22.5. Likewise, you have to add these two values. 25 plus 35 then divided by 2 is nothing but what? 27.5. Likewise, we have to calculate the successive mid values of the class intervals. Then a is nothing but what? Assumed value of m. So here also we are having 6 values. So we are having two middle values. Either you can go with 32.5 as an a or 37.5 as an a. So here I go with 32.5. So subtract these two things, you are getting it as minus 10, minus 5, 0. Likewise, m minus a whole square is obtained by squaring the values of m minus a. When you square minus 10, it will becomes 100. So minus 5 now it will becomes 25. Likewise, find the remaining things. Then f into m minus whole square is nothing but what? Multiplication of given frequency and m minus a whole square. So now multiply these two things. 170 into 100 is what? 17,000. 110 into 25 is what? 2750. Likewise, calculate the remaining things. Finally, we have to calculate the sum value of f and sum value of f into m minus a whole square as this. Then substitute in the respective formula to get standard deviation. Yes, now finally we arrived standard deviation as what? 8.26. I hope you can understand all such things which we discussed in this session. Thank you. We will see it on the next video.